Prince Harry was so excited to go back home in Montecito for his son Archie's 4th birthday, only a few hours after his father's coronation ceremony on May the 6th. But apparently that feeling of excitement was short-lived. Friends say a sense of gloom has descended upon the Sussex household. After witnessing the beautiful coronation of his father, King Charles III, the 38-year-old prince has been plagued with pages and pages of post-coronation coverage, and most of it is incredibly triumphant. The parties, the speeches, the family dinners, and the photos of the people who should be the most beloved people in his life. And his inner circle claims that Harry isn't only suffering from post-coronation blues. A close friend admits he's really struggling with this. He's been stewing for days now on what he missed out on, and as lovely as it was to tuck a half-asleep Archie in that night, he has painful regrets about his decision to leave the celebration so quickly. This was a momentous, historic occasion that the family has been training for their whole lives, including Harry, and he still can't believe his role in it was nothing but the absolute bare minimum. There's no doubt it's been a bit of a hard pill to swallow. And according to insiders, the most difficult part for Harry, other than being completely left out, was having to watch as his brother Prince William took center stage in his father's world. Originally, Harry felt he was being a good dad by racing back for Archie, but now, with hindsight, he is realizing he could have given Archie the most unforgettable birthday of his life by allowing him to ride in a carriage behind his grandpa King, according to a friend. The insider acknowledged Harry's inner turmoil, saying Harry's reassessing his whole life right now and knows there's a great opportunity awaiting them back in the UK, but instead they're battling and trying to make it on their own. The insider also says nothing makes sense to him anymore, and being estranged from both families isn't helping. He's considering going to the king and asking him if there's a way back, but there's no guessing whether Charles would even consider it at this stage. In other news, a source has said that Meghan Markle is saying that she's gotten everything she seemingly wanted. She wanted to be a household name. She wanted to be famous. Well, she got it. Just ask people. There are many names that people have for her, in fact. My goodness, some of those names are certainly a tribute to humanity's sense of humor and sense of smell. Meghan wanted fame. Well, she got infamy, but she didn't become famous for the deceitful, self-glorifying reasons that she wanted to be cultivated, and that she wanted to convince the public that she really possesses. No, she's just famous for being infamous. She's famous for being such a bully, for being an obnoxious, horrible woman, having no class, no decorum, and completely unscrupulous. Meghan is famous for being a really nasty piece of work. She is not a wholesome role model in the least. Meghan wanted money. Well, she got that. She gets to live in this fake Mexican hacienda with 16 bathrooms. She got to waste Harry's money and his mother's inheritance too on a lot of clothes for herself. She probably even ordered shipping containers filled with designer duds. She spent money like it was her ride, like it was her duchy that she was dipping into. And at the same time, Meghan tries to convince everybody that she comes from this really difficult background, that she was very underprivileged when she was growing up. Well, I guess she got what she wanted. It just shows. She's so vulgar, so nouveau riche. Her credentials certainly fit in with her tacky attitude. She wanted recognition. She wanted people to admire her. She wanted to be a real influencer. She wanted to be the patron saint of righteous causes and the supporter of righteous struggles. Well, I guess she got what she wanted. She has been recognized by many organizations. She has won so many awards for herself. Of course, she bought the awards, but I don't think she cares. Now, it's true that bots and Meghan Sugars do admire her. I'm still not sure what's wrong with those people, though. I think they must have been hiding under a rock for the past 20 years or so. And I guess Meghan does have the power of an influencer if we look at the number of magazine covers and layouts that she showed up in, like the Time cover about being among the top 100 influencers, for example. Well, I guess she did get to be an influencer because Time magazine claims that she's one. But what has she really done? What kind of actual hard work has Meghan done? It is not enough to just say that Meghan is this influencer. What exactly has she influenced? And what righteous causes has she actually supported? Why does she have to show up on camera with Gloria Steinem urging women to vote? Last time I checked, women know good and well that we are allowed to vote. And who said that she should be the spokesperson for all women? Why does she think it's okay to use Gloria for her purposes of creating an image of this die-hard feminist leading the charge at the barricades? What in the world is she trying? All of this posturing is completely insane. Meghan wanted to be a mother to children with titles so that she could keep the royal gravy train going, and she got that. And the pretense to be a family on the Ellen show, too. They had a son, they were a family, and they were so insulting to women in the audience being treated like they don't know anything about parenting or giving birth. And you know what? They don't have the privilege or the star celebrity status to show up on a TV talk show to go on and on about it. She acted like she had reinvented the wheel. And I have lost count about the whole episode with the miscarriage or miscarriages. I mean, how many does she claim she had? Why does she insult women who have actually suffered from miscarriages and been so taken by their grief? And these women actually deal with their grief in personal and authentic ways. This is the woman who claims that all she wants is privacy, but she has no problem shouting her story of cruel martyrdom from the rooftops. Meghan denigrated pregnancy and birth with her fake Moonbump episodes and the miscarriage drama, when you know what, most of us with even a little bit of common sense can see right through her charade. And we know good and well she is no mother. She never gave birth to anyone, and she never miscarried either. Real mothers don't make this showy business of pregnancy, birthing, or miscarrying. Real mothers do not sign lucrative money-making deals with corporate entities. Real mothers do not imagine selling a baby clothing line and baby toys with their child's name branding the item. This woman is such an insult to all women out there who have ever given birth to a child or suffered the pain of losing a child, either before it was born or after birth, or even several years before the child had even reached adult maturity. There's enough pain and sorrow to go around. So why does this piece of trash believe that we were all just waiting with bated breath for her made-up stories about bearing the cross and the trials and tribulations? I mean, she's not a very good actress. Her acting is insane. It's bipolar. It's manic. She goes from being suicidally sorrowful to that rictus grin the next day. I mean, she found out that her child supposedly almost died in a fire. Well, she had no problem going out there and carrying on. I guess the gravy train has to keep rolling. That's the most important thing, right? Anyway, I'm getting bored with this subject. I just can't even deal with her anymore. There are plenty of women's groups out there of women who are empowered and just doing everything for themselves. None of those women need Meghan to help them, to influence them, to empower them, to give them fashion and lifestyle advice. In fact, I think they would run far away from her if she tried to do so. These women know what's up. So you know what, Meghan? You don't know what's up. And the sooner that you realize that, the better for everybody.